Because I know, unless you want to spend time entering the rest of
No,
our.
let's spend time do it. I think it's worth it. It
Okay.
won't take long.
All right. Sounds good.
You only
Um,
have what, like 10 skills?
I
We're
only
down.
have 10 skills. I will do this.
I will read to you my beliefs in the meantime.
Perfect. I knew people were gonna need to do that anyway. I'm always late at that, so I'm always the person who's catching up with their
Championship.
Um, my dreams have come true. I now devour the knowledge contained within sibilant summonings, the serpentine origins of Quarmalian sorcery. I will study its pages for a clue to how I may harness my mystical powers. On this belief, I have spent 2 fate and 4 persona. Um, my freedom from the harem of Raja Jadugar was hard fought. I will be a slave to no man. I will gain independence and power by seeking out the witch woman Elga and gaining from her the means to free the princeling trapped in the statuette. Belief 3. Belonging. We have a bounty on our heads. I will root out any agents of Anjay the Crooked in Ilik Vang and keep my sisters safe from the harm of the Thieves Guild. 1 fate. Instincts. Make a noticeable tick when dealing with slave owners or pimps. Always be drawn to the arcane. Always coat my knife in black adder venom. Traits. Brown skin, drop dead gorgeous, green-eyed, off-kilter, paranoid, sinuous, die traits, numb, and second sight. And we have reputations now, which is cool. Reputation. Wanted by the thieves of Lankhmar. 1D. Neat. Nico?
Oh, I didn't have my camera on. Wonder why.
Not sure how mine has changed.
I have 7 fate and 3 persona. I'm gonna be dropping bombs today, yo.
So my belief number 1 is I'll put it in the thing in the chat. I feel like this is still the same because I still want to get Venus guidance.
Yeah.
Because we haven't totally, we haven't kind of taken that next step, which I want to do. Now, my second belief was the one where I wanted to challenge our patron to take command in a dire situation.
Yeah, you got persona for that last time.
Yeah.
And it feels like you found her wanting. So, where are you going to take it this time?
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to nurture her or do you want to get rid of her?
Yeah.
Not get rid of her. But definitely she's definitely not the person who I'd like, to be kind of a boss for us. So I think I'm still, I mean, I don't know. Maybe now I'm like, fuck it, we don't need. No. Sorry, I didn't think about this in the intervening weeks. So
That's fine. That's why we're talking about it now.
I still want to have that security, that job security. So
But we have other patrons now. We have the Saluk, we have the merchant.
right, but I still have trust issues.
You want, is it because you want a lady or like a
No,
a
not
woman
necessarily.
or
I just don't want it. I'm still just looking for someone who is not gonna.
well, why don't you use her then instead of looking for her, trying to make her as a leader? Use her.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Our new patron does what is her name again?
Is it Annika? I don't know. I'd have to look at a sheet.
Alkarina. Alteron, and then I made it female by Alcarina.
Oh, yeah.
Alcerina. Yeah, I was pronouncing it as a soft C, Alcerina or Alcarina. I didn't realize it was a hard C. I'll get it right. Alcarina.
Macarena does
Well,
not
just because
have-
it's CH in the spelling.
Oh, is it CH? Oh, thank you.
Okay, Ocarina
I-
does not have what it takes. What it takes to be a leader, let alone an employer.
Are you finding all the skills there, Chet?
I am. I'm working my way through. I'm not
Perfect. No,
too-
no hurry. No hurry. We got plenty of time. I'm not in a rush.
Okay, typing, and then I'll read it.
I tried to do like 60-minute power yoga this morning before like this thing. And I could only do like 25, and I was like huffing and puffing and my hamstrings hurt.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
I was like, fuck it. This lady is too strong.
Man, I
It was
do
like it
do
was on
10 minute
YouTube.
one,
It was
that's
YouTube.
it.
It was YouTube.
Oh, I see
Do
how
you
this
like
works.
do you like a really vigorous one, Sanj? Like
No,
that's
I mean I used
I
to,
like a
but
very like high activity one, and it's nice short burst of stretching and movement and stuff.
yeah, I do. Like the thing is, right now I'm super sore. My butt and my hamstrings are like ripped. So
Just occurred to me I might be able to add more than one skill at once, which would be much faster. I can do multiple check marks here.
Yeah.
okay, so do you have your belief in there? Nick, Eric, did you write it in?
Yeah, just for finishing it up now. Okay, so contracts always have loopholes, and I've learned to slip through many of them, but I no longer want to worry about my quarry and my employer. Alcarina does not have what it takes to be a leader, let alone an employer. I might fix the wording on that. I will employ what she does have to offer until I can look further. And then my third one, I think, is I'm just going to keep it the same. I still want to find that triple cat, you know, weird thing that we were facing off with earlier. Yeah, I think I'm all right. What do you guys think of that? Cassandra, you said like maybe just use her for now.
Yeah,
Are
can you hit the little
Oh,
speech
yeah.
bubble next to the belief? I want to just read it. Yeah, nice. Now you're talking evil.
So the fate and persona, it looks like it's just a checkbox. So I've got points invested in them. How does it? Do I just kind of keep checking it and it logs it, or I don't understand how that's.
No, you know what? Like the other one, you could put some numbers into those circles in roll 20. In this one, the check, I don't know what it means. So I write it at the end of the beliefs. Like I'm writing it down to fate for persona.
Oh, these zeros at the bottom are fate, persona, and deed spent on the skill.
Yeah, so it looks like it's keeping track.
Where
Try
is
this.
that? The zeros at the bottom.
Oh, of the belief you're talking, not a skill.
Yeah.
I don't know where you would actually track that. You're correct. I don't think you can track it for a belief.
But actually, and you know why? Somebody on the Discord pointed it out that it's because the old character sheet didn't have it. So I think that no, that's been there since the beginning of the game, like Artesia or Aresthesia or whatever going from black to gray. Anyway, we good.
Do you,
Oh,
what school are Wises part of? I didn't see that as a skill type when I was doing them.
I just
I-
put them in
Oh,
the chat.
because I think you kind of can make them up, you know.
No, I can make them up. I just it asks, are they martial skill or are they another kind of skill? And there wasn't like Wises as an option, so I didn't know.
special.
Oh, yeah.
Wises are specials.
They're special. Thank you. Okay. So I have two Wises. They're both at 2. All right. Fortress Wise and Loot Wise. All right. All right. I've got my skills in. I do not have some things, but I have skills. So that's the most important thing. Do I have my traits? I seem to have my traits: boasting, affinity for rogue, cold-blooded, and mark of privilege. So good.
Do you have the opening skills you're trying to open?
Skills I'm trying to open. I do not have those in. Let me add those real quick. Thank you for thinking of
Yeah,
that.
don't put those in regular skills. There's a place for
Yeah. I see
learning
it.
and
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah. So, falsehood interrogation. Falsehood and interrogation. Interrogation. All right, adding them. And
I'm also going to share the boundary screen because once we start playing, it's a little easier for the people watching the video to watch the screen rather than watching us.
sounds good.
Just note it'll go into full zoom mode on your screen and take over your screen. Just minimize it.
We'll
I think
minimize it, right? I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm ready to go here. I've got my skills being learned. My aptitude is marked correctly at 6 for both of them. I think we're ready to roll.
Rock and roll, man.
All right.
So the video will have us on the side though still, right? I actually
Yeah,
watched the videos.
I don't know. Good question.
It may
I'll
not.
have to check it out. I think it does. I think it does, but I'm not sure. I always forget to do it, so this is like the first time I'm actually remembering to do it.
Oh, I'm on my
Well,
slide.
I listen to the videos, like driving, and I have it downloaded, and then I just watch.
All right. Now the good news is you guys just defeated the pirates, right?
Yes, we did. We did just defeat the
All
pirates.
right. Then
In fact, I've got the write up if we want somebody to read it back.
Yes, and your beliefs.
And my beliefs, absolutely. Let me just docs cool.com.
Actually, Eric didn't do the other stuff.
What?
Eric, you didn't finish your full character bits. That's cool.
Thought I did. How do I minimize this?
Did you do instincts and all that too? Sorry.
Yeah.
Then I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, I didn't say. I thought you might have didn't fill it in.
No,
Yeah,
read it. Read. Let us know.
Instincts.
can you raise your volume a little, Eric? You're coming in a little low again.
Sure. How's this? Better?
Much better.
Okay. Yeah, my settings keep like resetting themselves. Okay. All right. All right. Instincts. I never get stuck in a corner. I always watch my back. The only tail I should have is my own. And I always stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
Great.
I love that.
Great.
That's a good one.
And Nico, can you repeat your beliefs really quick, because I wanted to make sure I have them correctly updated, and I was not paying attention earlier. It's nice for me to have it. What's going on?
All right. So belief number 1, I knew the world contains all manner of mysteries, powers, and terrors, but I found myself in the center of them unwittingly, swimming like a rat in the belly of a sinking ship. I will get Venus guidance in expanding my senses so I am blind to these traps no longer.
Right.
Number two, contracts always have loopholes, and I have learned to slip through many of them, but I no longer want to worry about my quarry and my employer. Alcarena does not have what it takes to be a leader, let alone an employer. I will exploit what she does. Wait, hold on. I will exploit what she does have to offer until I can look further. Belief number three, a cat's greatest weakness is his belief in his strength. I wait patiently, studying, watching for the thread I can pull to unravel his hubris, to make him fall, to look like a fool. I will stalk this stalker. This is aimed at the 3-cat thief person.
Great. Love it. And Vina, can you read your beliefs really quick? I just want to make sure I have those correct.
Okay. My dreams have come true. I now devour the knowledge contained within the sibilant summonings, the serpentine origins of Quarmalian sorcery. I will study its pages for a clue to how I may harness my mystical powers. That's belief one. My freedom from the harem of Raja Jadugar was hard fought. I will be a slave to no man. I will gain independence and power by seeking out the witch woman, Elka, and gaining from her the means to free the princeling trapped in the statuette. Belonging. We have a bounty on our heads, or we sisters have a bounty on our heads. I will root out any agents of Anjay the Crooked in Ilik Veng and keep my sisters safe from harm. That I'm just like making shit up there. Make a noticeable tick when dealing with slave owners or pimps. Always be drawn to the arcane. Always coat my knife in blackadder venom.
Great. Great.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. All right.
How many uses do you have left of that Blackadder venom? Right, one, right?
Two.
Okay,
You gave me 4. I used it twice.
okay.
Got it. All right. So my beliefs are not I need to modify these. I'm sorry, I'm so poorly prepared. I'm the match of any man. And so that's my first, so the root of that belief. I also have, I carry the blood of Stormer Wolfkin in my veins. So here it is. I'm a match of any man, and I will prove it among we are actually we're starting here in Clelgnar. So I'm trying to think of who I want to prove it to up here in Clelgnar. There are certainly going to be harbor toughs, but there's also probably going to be nobility. I'm kind of interested actually in the local nobility of Clelgnar. Is that something that we could conceivably run into, Peter? Or
Yeah, it's possible.
okay, so reasonable to write that in rather than harbor toughs, or are we more in a harbor tough kind of situation?
You're more in you just landed in the harbor.
Right. What's it look like around here?
It is it looks very northern, so there's no real snow on the streets, but you know, at the corner of each shop there might be like a little tiny snow mound there, in little corners, places there's snow left over.
I
There's
picture like really steep roofs,
I
really
bet.
steeply angled roofs.
There's a lot of people wearing furs. Also, you can tell that the people don't behave like they do in Lankhmar. In Lankhmar, people try to keep to themselves and not be noticed. And here, people stare at you more. So, like, when Vina, you got off the ship, a lot of people were staring at you. It didn't seem like they were aggressive, but they weren't concerned about being polite.
Right. Right.
Yeah, just kind of like they stare at people. Also, people's fashion looks a lot closer to Frida's than
Right.
yours.
Right. Okay, great. That's really helpful. And I think there are a lot of second sons and other people with loose ties to the nobility, but who aren't landed gentry and are a bunch of desperados. So that's who I want to prove my strength to, is these second sons and other riffraff, noble riffraff of the of Clognar, people who've come in from the countryside because they don't have anything better to do with themselves.
And
I
where,
have a I have a I have
where
a
is Frida
nice.
from
What's that?
again? What city are you from?
I'm from Illickving, or the area just north of Illickving.
Okay.
So north and west of here. We're pretty far
Oh,
south.
sorry, we're in Clegnar, eh? Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm from, sorry for the dogs. I'm from Illickving. I think that's in the far northwest, right?
Yep.
And we're right now, we're in the sort of the southeastern corner of the north. Hey, dogs, Josh.
Hey, Peter, I have a question.
Yeah.
When you said the people here are staring more, are they just staring at us, like basically, because we're weird foreigners, or are we?
It
Do we
feels
notice?
that way.
But do we notice that they are interacting with each other differently than people interact with each other in Lankhmar?
No, not really. Let me see. Yeah, they are acting differently even with each other, because in Lankmore people would avoid eye contact, that kind of thing. These people don't avoid eye contact. They're
Okay, so
like,
I have a cool thought here. Perhaps there's like 4 or 5 like kind of Viking warrior nobles types, squires, and they come out of one of those seaside brothel kind
Sure.
of joints, and they see the three of us, and Vina has been consumed by reading the book this whole trip, and she's been kind of feverish and sweaty and really into it, and she's walking out. She doesn't know, like she doesn't feel like, but she feels all the eyes on her, and her paranoia kicks in. And certainly when these men, like, I'm looking hard at them as we pass by. I imagine Freda also, like, kind of being wary and puffing up a little bit to show them off. And somehow they get our attention. And I get very jumpy on that situation. And I'm like, those fucking guys are following us. You know, they know something. I know it. They know something. They're probably in league with the Thieves Guild in Lankhmar. They're paid off, and I'm just fucking going paranoid. So I pull us into an alley.
just because you're paranoid doesn't mean people aren't following you.
Actually, before we get too far ahead, I need to finish reading these beliefs, but I
sorry, yeah.
come back to this in just a sec. I think that's great. So my first belief does have to do with these guys. I am the match of any man, and I'll prove it to these cast-off second sons and minor nobles. Second belief is I carry the blood of Stormer Wolfkin in my veins, and I will revenge his memory upon the vile witch women of the north. And so that makes me kind of an enemy of the woman that we're looking for. And though I'm far from the prettiest woman in our group, I will turn the head of the princeling when we rescue him. That's been something I've been aiming for a while, but haven't gotten around to. Instincts are never trust a friendly man, draw my sword at the first sign of danger, and when storms gather, dive in. So there we are.
Nice.
Boasting, redhead of the cold waste, laughs at bad fortune, iron stomach, mark of privilege, affinity for rope, and cold-blooded. And I'm ready to roll.
Nice. Yeah, so I'll pull us into the like, I kind of like wait for a moment when we're not seen, and I pull us in, and I crazedly look at you two guys, and I'm like, we're being followed by those dick wagging toughs.
Well, okay, Nico, so as you say that, I kind of come close, and I mean, my instinct is I always watch my back. The only tail I should have is my own. And I want to try to reassure Vina that we're not being followed, but I mean, I do have to know that for certain to tell her.
Yeah.
Can I check? I mean, since I was already like kind of keeping us safe by watching our backs.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Mhm.
Tell me before we go down that route, I think we need to go back to intent, task, and belief. So, Sanj, what is your intent and task? What belief are you testing against? I'm not, here's my thing. I don't want to be difficult, but I also don't want to allow the group to set themselves up to gain tests against random skills. Does that
Yeah,
make
I mean,
sense?
yeah, oh, absolutely.
It has
I
to
think
flow
I think
from a belief.
well, I think maybe Sanj is just doing I think he's just setting a scene. I don't know if he's even angling for a test.
Well,
Sorry
let's.
about that. It was my mom.
No worries.
I,
So
I'm so.
yeah, let's step back a bit and go to Sanj. What belief are you pursuing?
Mine?
Yeah.
I'm actually just being very paranoid. I'm hitting a lot actually. I'm hitting my second belief about my third belief about the Thieves Guild of Lankmar having a warrant on our head, and that these guys are like maybe part of them. I'm hitting my trait of paranoid and I'm hitting
Right.
my belief about um, the kind of like a precious ring of power thing with my secret, my book on magic knowledge. How I feel like people would want it or something like that. Plus,
Yeah,
but
and I
mostly it's
think we can
paranoia.
role play it out, but I don't think it'll require any tests until we're actually at a point where we're challenging a belief.
I'm gonna try and convince my friends here to grab these guys and beat them up.
Okay.
Um,
Uh,
I
yeah,
mean,
let's see. And you're doing that because of is that a belief?
Because I'm paranoid, and
Okay, you're paranoid, so it's a
and I
trait.
feel that
Right.
they're out to get us. They're bad guy. Like they're tied to the Thieves Guild or tied to some other company that's knows what we're doing here. Like I'm being very paranoid about it. Is
yeah,
that
I mean,
is that kind of too much?
No, go ahead. How do you
Well, so let's. I think you've pointed them out to us, and
Did you
Fredo's
guys
looking
just
over.
say Vina? You're being an idiot.
And Freda's looking over at these guys now, checking them out. How do they strike her? They strike her as a drunk, as aggressive, as just leering at Vina. What's her impression of them?
uh you know what? Give me a
guys, I have a fucking instinct.
Yes.
Always watch my back. I would be watching our backs. Does this help us at all? I keep trying to say this.
oh, it would.
Yeah.
So how do we resolve that? I don't want to be
It's
annoying,
a
but
perception. Just you and Chuck get this perception test to see if these guys are actually
Well,
like.
yeah, I mean, he gets a perception that the instinct helps you in the sense that if there's somebody sneaking up behind us, you get a perception check against it in a way that the rest of us wouldn't. Uh,
Yeah, like a
but you
free.
could also be using it to hurt us if you want to help us if you want to help Sanj get us into trouble by saying, I'm also really paranoid about these guys, and I'm going to do something that's
Right.
obviously troublesome. Either
no,
is fine.
because
We'll let you do the perception because you're you know more about the North.
Yeah, and I think I'm the only person at the moment who's acting rational if I'm correctly where is that where you want to take this, Eric? Are you going to use
no, no,
trait?
no. I think I'm like we're in a new place. Keeping an eye out for things. I'm not letting paranoia get the best of me. I'm just being careful. I don't want to like make any
Careful.
missteps.
All right. So
And
great.
I want to, I mean, I want to, Nika wants to be very straightforward and business-like. I think me as a player too, I want to,
In that
you know,
case,
I don't want to
let's
get us
keep
into, you know,
let's keep your thing in the back pocket in case someone does creep up on top of us. In the meantime, I'm dealing with these guys who are straight in front of us. And
Give me an OB3 test. Now, if anyone wants to help, so Frida's going to do this test, but if anyone wants to help, you can click on the red help button and then roll the skill you're going to help with.
Cool.
But and let me think about this for a second. OB3 is just looking at my perception thing here.
Must be difficult, no?
Yeah, OB3 is difficult. If I had because I have 4 dice in perception. If I had 5 dice in perception, OB3 would be routine.
Routine.
So I actually don't want your help because I'd like to get a perception test.
Yeah.
If that's because that's how I'm gonna take this. So I'm gonna take that OB3 test with my 4 dice in order to get the difficult test. And I am going to do I have any Artha to spend? This doesn't seem super important, but it's nice to get a perception test when you can get one.
Not only that, I think that you need to have successful tests for perception to count.
And that's why I'm thinking I might spend an Artha on this. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and spend a persona point. And I had 4 persona. Let me correctly modify this in the game. And I have in fate 7 fate, adding that to the game. Great. So when I take this test, you're setting the difficulty at your end, I think. And
Yeah, it's OB3. You should be able to see that on the test.
oh, okay, great. So it's an extended test. So now what do? I go to my sheet and click roll next to perception. And how do I tell it that I want to use Artha? Do I do the click the
It'll
dice?
be in the pop-up box.
Got
There'll be
it. So I'm
a
clicking
pop-up
the dice.
when you roll, and
Got
you'll
it.
be able to add Artha. You'll also
Okay.
be able to check on what skills you're forking in.
Got it. I think I've by this time it's been a while since we had that battle. I think I probably should say that that wound is gone. Is that right, or should I have been healing?
Yeah, fair enough. No, it'll be gone.
Okay, so I'm clicking
yeah,
off.
I've got some superficials. Should they be gone too?
Yep.
Okay, so no wound penalty. We are back in perception. Clicking the perception test. And I'm going to click in 1 Artha or 1 persona. And now I'm going to roll. And where did the dice
You
go?
get 2 sixes.
And
Now, if you want to roll your fate, you can just click on re-roll with fate.
where
Nice.
I don't see where the results are.
Oh, go to the 2 little speech boxes at the top
it.
menu,
I see.
and
Okay.
that's the chat. Like that's
I've got
the
2 successes, 3 failures, but I can re-roll with fate. I'm going to re-roll with fate.
amazing.
Love it.
Nice.
Look at that.
Okay. So
You can tell that these people were being atypical Northerners. You know, they are nosy and not afraid. They're kind of like normal Northerners, socially awkward. They're not afraid to like stick their nose in people's business. And you especially think that they're curious about your party because you're mixed. You're not of one group. And you've got someone who looks like she's from Cornwall, which is a mysterious area. But you don't think they have any harmful intentions.
are they drunk or is this early in their day of drinking?
It's early in the day. They don't appear drunk. They're just nosy.
Okay, great. So I think but there are these guys who are down here at the docks, not because they work here, but because this is where they come to slum around and have a good time. Is that right?
I don't know specifically about these guys, but there's a lot of people in the morning. There are a lot of ships pulling up and people unloading stuff. So there's definitely activity going on down here.
Okay. I just was so I was maybe I'll go ahead and uh I turn to Vina. I say, no, they're just curious about us. Come, we'll make their acquaintance and see what we can learn from them. And I'd like to lead our way over to these guys and introduce ourselves using something like
Whoa, 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 whoa. Before you do that, I am like not having that. I grab you, pull you in. I'm like, are you fucking crazy? Those guys are obviously after, like, get like those shows where the guy is like not a good like he's just in a bad state and causing trouble. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to, I think I try and persuade you
yeah.
to like to believe me, like that they're after us.
No,
Okay, look, fine, we don't have to
just
get into a
understand.
big
We
old argument
are
here, but there's enemies everywhere. Can't you just see? Look, they've got like the black sashes of somebody in the employ of the Thieves Guild. Come on.
the Thieves Guild has no strength up here. We are look, these are the ones we need to worry up here are the witch women of the north, not the men. The men are good, honest men. They will tell us about the witch women. Come, we'll buy them a few drinks and see what we can learn from them. You're being paranoid. As using her ugly truth in conversation.
So I'm gonna roll you. I'm gonna try and convince you. Okay.
I think what we have to do here is
There have to
do
be stakes.
wins. If you guys are gonna be at odds over this one, I think.
Yeah, I think it either should be duel of wits or it could just be a quick kind of.
No, just let's. I don't want to waste a duel of wits. I just want to do persuade versus.
You can
ugly
role
truth.
play. I mean, you can just
No.
keep role playing it.
So I think there needs to be the only deal here, Sanj, is we shouldn't be able to milk the system for tests without there being bad consequences. So I think the consequences of failure need to be something along the lines of we cause a public commotion, we lose time. Does that make sense?
Well, and I think if I win, then we're beating these guys up in an alleyway.
Well, that's not good for us since they're not actually a threat. So in fact, I think I should be trying to persuade you.
Yes. That's a
And
trouble. Yeah.
in order to get rid of this trouble.
Yeah.
Peter,
So
what do you think? You're the game master.
Yeah, no, that's
And
fair
where do you
enough.
want us to go in this session?
I would say go ahead and try to convince her out of it.
okay. So
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
not, I don't think you're gonna get to kill these guys in the alley. I think what's gonna happen is the crowd is gonna turn against you because you are foreigners.
I think that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
Okay,
I
great.
think, and you guys have to deal with Vina's behavior,
Yeah.
after this. Like she was going kind of nuts.
She's yeah. Too many books. You spent too much time with your books. The witch women are getting into your little head. Yes.
Yes.
And you need to come have a drink with us and meet these nice foreigners. They have funny accents. You men of Cleldnar, they never know how to sell their L's and their G's correctly, but nonetheless, make friends with them. So this is me doing my best to use ugly truth to get her to snap out of it.
All right, her will. What's your will for?
But I think I'm the one rolling here, Sanj, not you.
Oh, well, it's opposed.
If you want to make it
Opposed.
opposed, that's fine. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Let's make it opposed. Sounds
Yeah.
good. So you've rolled your first.
Can I help Frida?
Sure, I'll take your help.
That's persuasion, right?
Yeah. So what are you saying? So I
Oh,
need
sorry,
truth to make her.
guys.
Yeah.
How do I set the
So
obstacle?
let me update the ob. So the ob is gonna be Vina got 1 success, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be ob 1, and you can help.
No, the ob is Chuck's roll. It's an opposed test.
Right. Well, but you've rolled yours, so we're going to use that as the ob, and then my ob will be retroactively
Yeah.
applied to yours. So that's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yours is not a failure yet. You've just rolled 1 success. So that's
Yeah.
fine. So I've got my ugly truth. I'm going to roll that plus any help I get from Eric. Eric, what are you
And
doing?
Eric, if
Eric,
you
what are you
want to
saying?
help, click on the help, the red help, and roll the skill you want to help with.
So I'm not seeing the red help thing.
It's down at the
It's
bottom. It says obstacle 1. Down at the bottom of
on
the
the
map.
screen. Here, look. If you look down at the screen, right underneath the compass.
Okay, I see it. Okay. Okay, gotcha. So
Cool.
So
All right,
click on HLP, and then roll the skill you want to help with.
Hopefully, you get 3 successes.
so I roll.
I don't think he rolls the skill. He just lets. He
No,
just
he rolls the
indicate-
skill. Trust me. Click
Oh,
on the
okay.
word HLP.
So it just
and then
enters
go
my
up
die
and
into his
click on
thing.
the skill you want to help with.
All right. So Frida is saying, whatever she's saying, and Nico kind of gets up close to Vina. Can I use intimidation?
Sure.
Totally.
Yeah, sure.
Because okay, I say,
There you go. Now you can see a helping dice from Nico there.
Love it.
Nice.
And so you got in close to her and you said something scary. What did you say to
yeah, I'm about. Can I just keep getting interrupted. I get up right in her face and I say, "Sister, snap the fuck out of it. I've been watching our backs. I'm the one who's scuttling through the streets every day. I know that there's no one after us."
Love it.
Nice.
Love it. That's great.
Love it.
All right. So
I'm gritting my teeth. I'm just like, just come on.
Yes.
love it. All right, here we go. Here's
Love it.
the ugly truth coming in.
Now make sure that you have to click on accept help.
Got it.
When the dialogue comes up, you'll see that there's a little checkbox that's unmarked that says accept help. You need to check that.
Okay. Ugly truth test. Accept help. Check. So now should it say bonus dice? Oh, there's still 0 bonus dice, but I'm accepting help, so I get a bonus die from the help automatically. Good. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do I have any forks, it asks.
There should be a way to check what skills you're gonna fork in.
Yeah, so I think at the moment I was just using ugly truth the way I said it. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Here we go.
Wow. Nice.
All right. Hey, somebody had their intimidation advance.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
truth is ready.
Wait, that's only 1 success.
Oh, that's cool. It just does it automatically.
Okay, so you beat me. Okay.
Well, so now I'm trying to figure out why that was no. I think we got 1 success, you got 1 success, and so technically it now we're tied. So what that means is we need to resolve the tie with a different skill, or you agree to go along with it just in the action.
Or a trait. Is there a trait?
Supposed to shift to a trait technically. So maybe it's will versus will.
Sure.
I'm good with that.
Okay. So my will is B3, and I would love to get some help from Eric.
Sure.
If you're willing to give me your will. It comes down to just like a force
Yeah.
of.
Yep, I'm just kind of pressing my point. We're both pressing our point. So I click help.
Yep.
Oh, we don't know what the ob is, right? I'll just put 0, ob 0.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good. So yeah, go ahead and push the help, and we'll do the same thing you did earlier, Eric.
Okay. I'm gonna click will help. This system is wicked.
Yeah.
2 successes, guys.
2 successes. Wow, look at that. All right, I need all the help I can get here. I'm clicking 2. Did you give me your helping die? Yes, I do. I'm going to click the help, accept help. This is important because I don't want to get into a fight here and I don't want to be embarrassed. So I am going to go ahead and spend a persona die because I don't want this to go badly. Here we go.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Ooh, nice.
Wow,
4 successes. Challenging test for me.
that's amazing.
Awesome.
Wow.
And you say you basically, and I feel like you snapped me like the ugly truth of it, you know, with both of your words. I'm like, oh my God, it's the book.
Yeah.
It's the book. It
You
whispers
could
to
see
me.
the crowd that was gathering around you as you guys were arguing is kind of melting away now. And the captains of the ship are yelling out, "Get back to work."
I'm sorry. That's it. And I kind of just take this from me and want to and give it to me. You know, I give the book, the book, the satchel, which is in a book. I give it to you to hold and say, I'll study it and I'll read it when it makes sense, but control my consumption of this.
Who do you hand
Thank
it
you.
to?
That was fun.
Yeah.
All right, who's next? What do you guys want to do?
Well, I think what we're looking for here is an opportunity to find out where these northern witch women are. Uh, so I think what we're doing is we're exploring the city with an eye to getting a sense of its layout and what's here. Ultimately, we may end up in a tavern gathering information. What do you guys think?
Yeah, maybe we split up and we kind of gather rumors and gather information and then reconvene at a pub somewhere, like a little further up or wherever. We can well, I have no circles here, so who would know? I think
Let's look at your beliefs,
apothecaries.
guys. Everything should flow from your beliefs.
Yep, I
I
agree.
think streetwise, like I think I want like oh, Vina says wise women, witch women, they use plenty of herbs and natural fibers and natural substances to perform their magics. Some an apothecary or a yeah, an apothecary might be able to point us in the right direction.
Okay. So,
But I have no knowledge of what, you know, maybe we kind of do a streetwise or something too.
well, I mean,
Um,
the straightforward thing here is to ultimately the circles. We can describe what we're doing, but try to either circles up the witch woman or circles up an apothecary.
Can I? Is there is there like a sort of a town square or like a busy place where there lots of people? Or
Yeah, the docks is teeming with life, that's for sure.
can I
And where else?
can I walk up
Um,
to someone who looks like a townie and say, "Excuse me, is there an apothecary or I'll use a couple other words, something things like pharmacy or doctor or wise woman."
it sounds like you're attempting to circle.
But like, can I? I mean, I can't just walk up to a person and ask them, and they say
Yeah,
yes or no.
that's your intent.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
rules
There's
say the system that you're invoking is circles. So let's go ahead and circles up. Let's see if we can circles up one of those things. So the question is, or let me see. I think what we really want is the witch woman. So I think we really are trying to circles up a witch woman. And if that fails, we can go to an apothecary. How does that sound to you guys?
sure.
Sure.
Yep.
So The question is a witch woman even within our circles? Can it reasonably be said to fall within any of our circles? And we should look at our history, and to see if any of us have a history that would lead to witch women, if that makes any sense.
Luckily, even if you don't, there's always the fallback of city born.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay. Well, so I actually have a witch woman in my, but I'm glad that other people, we can use the city born as a way of getting hold of it. Um, so I guess what we're supposed to be looking at here is our
Life paths.
life paths. Thank you. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, see, it's not literally in any of my life paths. It's in the story I wrote about it, but I have born noble, sailor, scout, and freebooter, and it's not directly in any of those things.
I have a poisoner, which kind of
That'll get us to certainly get us to the apothecary.
yeah, and smuggling. So, but I think poisoner, it's an apothecary or somebody who sells like natural substances.
Yeah. Yeah. And how about you, Eric?
I don't think so. I don't think I don't really have any backgrounds that could help.
All
were
right.
you city born or village born?
I was born below the
Oh
road.
shit. That might be interesting.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Born below, snitch, the gauntlet, and kidnapper.
Yeah, go check out your rat contacts. Um, uh,
Was
each one
Venus city born?
What?
Is Venus city born?
peasant.
Peasant. Yeah, born peasant. That's right.
Wow.
Yeah. So none of us are city born. That's really, really interesting.
Wow.
Well, so let's. I think maybe the way forward here is indeed to split up. Are there? You can explore your rat contacts. I can go among the nobles because the witch women do have connections to the nobles, I think.
You could try to circle up someone else who could help you find that person. That's
Sure.
another legitimate way to use circles as well.
I mean,
Right.
Venus is all about the smuggling and materials and stuff and how to get them. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like like our best first shot.
Best
Yep.
first shot. Yeah. And can any of us help her, or do our circle so different from hers that they don't really feed in? Is
Oh,
You just have to tell
I
me
think
who you're trying to circle up, and then we can go from there.
okay.
um we're trying to circle up an apothecary that would know that would kind of sell herbs and stuff, or maybe that they they harvest mushrooms in the same glen, or that anything like that related, right? Does that make sense?
So you want an apothecary who is, how are they sharing the life paths? Like, look at all your life paths and figure out what life path the apothecary would share,
With me,
and then we can
poisoner.
figure out how difficult. Poisoner. So
Poisoner.
there's an apothecary who's a poisoner, but you're the only poisoner. So who can help you? My saying is you probably want to share an apothecary who's a poisoner and maybe a seafarer. So, or whatever. You're going to try to make it so that you can come up with somebody that other people can help you.
I understand now. Okay, so it's an apothecary who exports herbs on to here at the port and sells to the merchants and who sell them south to play. So this is where there's a certain kind of mushroom poison that Vina has been using that actually comes up from up here in the north. And so I have merchant contacts, and Vina has poisoner contacts that can help us lead to this person. How does that sound?
That sounds perfect.
Yeah. So let's see how difficult this person is going to be to circle up. I want to view the bookmarks.
Oh, and can I make a quick edit? I want it to be not a mushroom poison, but a poison from a purple tinted flower that's found on in northern glens. So it's like it's this drooping purple flower that has poisonous petals.
Okay.
Beautiful but deadly.
And let me see if I can
Should we also maybe it grows in like it grows underground somewhere and like around the mouths of caves. So
Oh, I love it. It
so
grows.
that Nico might have a below contact.
Do we think is there a rat population here?
Good question. You know what? I'll tell you what, instead of doing something lame like a die of fate, we'll go next and have you try to circle up a rat person.
Okay.
Does that sound right? Fair?
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
So,
Okay, so let's figure out how difficult this is going to be. It is going to be a these circles.
it's very hard. Every goddamn circles test is an enmity clause. It's like it's the mechanic that's gonna get you booked. Circles are so hard. The obstacles are so crazy.
Yeah.
If you add them all, sometimes the recommendation is that you kind of pick 2 or 3 out of the categories of occupation, station, disposition, and time, instead of all of them, depending on what's like crucial.
Well, we're not desperate for time here, right? We don't need this to happen right here, right now, in the midst of trouble. We can take our time.
Yeah.
We could take a few days if need be. I just don't have very high circles.
I mean, this is a very specific occupation, right, Peter? So that's
Yeah.
a +3 ob from the base ob of 1. So we're ob 4.
Rob 4.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if station really matters in this situation,
I don't think it does.
nor does disposition, but character knowledge does. Like
Because you need him to know one of the witch women of the north. So yes.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the other difficulty. So,
And failure doesn't mean that you don't find the person. So
right.
remember that.
It's just there's going to be enmity involved. Yeah.
Right. They may not like you, foreigner.
Yeah.
What are you looking for, you know? So yeah, I think this is gonna be a specific occupation. And this person will be a lower rank because they're not gonna be a noble.
Oh, but I think is Vina the one who's taking the lead here?
Yeah, yeah.
And she's not noble.
Same rank as me.
But same rank.
Oh, you're gonna do it. Okay, if you're gonna do it, then it's gonna be the same. Oh no, you're like a slave, so they're gonna be higher ranked than you.
Oh, yeah. In that case, I think we should do Frida taking the lead. You're right. I was forgetting about that. So circling to find a apothecary, because it's a lower penalty for lower rank than it is for
Yeah,
higher.
yeah, fair.
So circles to find an apothecary who knows a witch woman.
So who's gonna do this?
Frida is going to do it. It'll be a lower penalty
Okay.
for her.
So +4, so it sounds like it's and they're gonna have a specific disposition, right? So it sounds like it's gonna be like a 6 of.
Do they need to have a specific disposition or just specific character knowledge?
I think yeah, just knowledge different a rare knowledge. Guys, rare knowledge is +3, man.
I don't think what knowledge do you want this person to have?
Actually, it's not that rare.
They just need to know a witch woman that they can put us in touch with.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna be I'm gonna say it's actually 5 ob.
Ob 5.
And the reason is that the witch woman that you're looking for is famous here. So
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
okay, yeah.
Sounds good. So I've got a circles of 1, and I'm gonna get help from Vina. Uh,
Mhm.
can I also get help from Nico? Or is Nico not connected well enough?
I,
Hmm.
I don't think I am.
Okay. It's not going to make a difference because
What are
you know
your life paths again?
Born Below, Snitch, The Gauntlet, and Kidnapper.
Wow. This is gonna have to be one nefarious poison dealer, but probably poison dealers are nefarious. So I'm gonna say that they do share life paths. So I'm gonna say you can help.
okay.
Okay.
All right. So here we go.
This is some nasty, nefarious poison shop.
All right. So the two of you should click your
You
circle
know
or
what I'm gonna say too? I don't know if this is really breaking the rules or not, but I think it would be interesting to the story. I'm gonna say that if you guys fail this, you still find what you need. But I think suddenly you're going to have a reputation in town as a nefarious group.
okay. That sounds interesting.
That's sick.
Um,
Cool.
Like
You
a
got it.
reputation among the underworld, kind of. Like these are bad dudes coming into town.
do you want to lower the odds so we have some fighting chance of actually making it, or are we going to leave it at 5?
Okay, yeah, I'll make it an op 4 then.
Thank you. So wait a second. Are you gonna, can you put the obstacle down there in the bottom there?
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. I'm sorry.
And then
I'm still
I'll
kind of recovering from being sick, so if
We're
I'm
not
going
here.
slow, it's why.
We are
so
not
I'll
unhappy.
click help.
You're going to click help. Yeah.
Yep. And do I click circles or no?
Yeah, you do click circles because you're
You
letting me
roll.
know.
You actually roll the circle skill after you click help,
Mm,
and it'll
okay.
add your circle skill in the help.
And when we
Okay.
help, we're helping with circles, right?
You're helping
Yeah.
with
Yep. Make sure to click on help first, the
Yep.
red HLP, and then you roll circles.
Cool. This is amazing.
all
Nice
right.
system.
And now
Isn't it great? Wait till we do Duel of Wits or the other things. They have all the tools for doing that.
that's great. It's going to make it a lot easier. Okay, so you guys have both given me your help, so I'm ready now to press circles. Where is circles?
It's right in the attributes underneath stats on the right.
Yeah, found it. And I have a circles of 1 still. Geez, I need to get a better circles.
I got one of 2. I got a circles of 2.
Oh, it
Yeah.
should have
Wow,
two.
that's a terrible circle.
Oh wait, I can't give you persona. Fuck.
You can't give me a persona. Not a big deal. So here we go. Circles of 1. I'm going to accept help. I am not going to spend persona on this because we are going to fail. Here we go. Now I got to check our results. That was 1 success out of 3 dice. It was pretty
Nice.
All
solid.
right. You still you don't succeed, so you are kind of looked around in town as a nefarious group sniffing around all the nefarious places in town right from the get-go.
I love that. So maybe that's instead of hitting the enmity of the poisoner, we get the enmity of the town, which seems
That's cool.
um
That's a nice way. That's a nice way of looking at it. Cool.
yeah, absolutely.
So
So
I think that must attract the law.
But you are told that the most powerful sorceress in town is named Elka, and they tell you where her shop is.
Nice. Hmm.
They probably mentioned she's famous.
and she's Elka, and her shop is you want to give us a name for the street just for the fun?
Give her
Uh
what?
I was
The
wondering what
name for her
name,
street.
the name for the shop or the name for the street.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't make it up.
How about
You guys
women
can
and
make it up.
women first? No. What is the name of this shop? It's the,
Oh, I know. Uh like something having to do with northern lights, you know? Mysteries.
I was actually thinking of the Hanged Man.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
It's like a Norse sort of thing.
I gotta pee. I gotta
Okay.
pee. Oh,
Oh, good call.
The Hanged Man.
That reminds me of the Black Company books.
No. I'm gonna grab some water since we're taking a quick eat.
Yeah,
break.
good idea.
The old one back or no?
This is a birthday sweater.
Oh, no.
New toy.
I know, right here, it's kind of all like straight. Really, I think it is a beautiful trend. I was saying that I did it to the also sitting on like person was sitting next to me, that's why I slapped the strap. Oh, God. I go, wow, that's a really nice. He's like, what? It's such a good like, it's kind of a casual strap. Yeah. Yeah.
Pilates and love. The dogs have been.
You walk them up? Ah. Oh, sure. I should tell you guys for my birthday last night. We
Oh, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it was actually technically my birthday today. Where I had my sort of extended family, my son and daughter and their partners, and sort of other and their friends over, and we played The Inheritance, which I had purchased the last copy
Oh,
of.
wow.
Yeah. And it was amazing. It was a really great game of The Inheritance. Most of them are not role players, and it was really neat to play it. I had this instinct when I played it at Burning Wheelcon that it would be a great game to try with people who were not role players, and it was just lovely. It worked really well.
I think
wow,
those kind of games
amazing.
are great for people who haven't done it before.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Toward the end, became a bit of a bloodbath. People got really like, "Oh, I'm going to attack you." It was-
Wow.
so,
What group was this? Who, your friends or?
no, it was it was my wife and my son and daughter and their partners, and then the sister and some best friends and of them. So it was a sort of a big group of mostly people in their late 20s, and then my wife and I.
Good for you.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And an old friend of mine, Tracy, who was at Burning Wheelcon with us, came over and administrated for us. So
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
wow. Just
Yeah.
one sec. It's my wife. She's in Costa Rica. Hold on.
we cleared out we put up 1,000,000 candles and mostly played by candlelight, which was kind of fun. It sort of transformed
Oh,
the
that's awesome.
space in a nice way. I want to keep running The Inheritance. I want to just run it with as many times as I can. I've got this set of it. I realized I had a couple of old friends who were Burning Wheel fans, Tracy and Ian, both own a copy of it from way back when it was kickstarted, but have never played it, their sets, because it's so hard to get 9 people together. And I just feel like it's a thing we should be doing more often.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Just whoever we know. Hmm. I, of course, didn't buy it when it kickstarted because I thought that's way too much money. And then
Sorry.
the final copy for more than I should have. Oh, by the way, is there a way to rotate Freda's photograph? For some reason, she's
Yeah.
at an angle
Yeah, and
there.
I believe if you click on it, you hold down the Option key. No, the Control key.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you for straightening me out. When she gets drunk, we can turn her over. Okay. All right. Okay, so we've located the shop. Does anybody have an idea where this is on the map? Do we want to choose a spot for this shop?
You guys can choose a spot for it. Where do you think it would be?
I like that area there. It's cool.
Yeah, so do we think that this area, this shop is on the high street in a really nice spot, or is it in a in other words,
It
is
would be in a nice spot. This
okay?
is a famous and amazing looking shop.
So I think
So
it's
she's
probably
wealthy.
it is off to the left in that first area we were at. Where yeah, there's that central arena. That looks like that's the really nice square right there where you've got the big trees and
Yeah. And
so
things are spaced out.
yeah, exactly. There's a lot more space. The streets are wide. So let's throw it down in one of those spots.
Nice.
I guess we could actually draw directly on the map. I don't know if I have the power to do that, but
Yeah, you do. If you go up to the left, there's like a drawing tool. It's like a pencil.
yeah. I'm not sure I have the pencil. I think you've got a pencil in your version. I have measurement controls and
Where do
journal.
you guys see the map? How do I get to the map? Oh, virtual tabletop or
Yeah, it's open for me right now. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at my character sheet.
When I click my character sheet closed, the
Oh,
back map.
I'll
Yes,
just draw something there. Maybe I'm the only one who can
I think
draw.
you're the only one who has the power of the pen, as they say. Oh, nice. There you go. You put an S down.
Let's see if I can make that a different color.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I just closed my stuff.
I'll just leave it white. I can't figure out how to change it. And I take it you guys want to go to the apothecary or the magic shop?
Yeah, I think that's where we're going. Yeah, yeah. So did that take us an afternoon to get there, or did it take us a week to find that information out?
Oh, it didn't take you long to find it out. She's so famous. You went to an apothecary shop and they told you.
Got it. Okay, sounds good. All right. All right, so this is the part where Freda is paranoid. So as we get to the shop, Freda has got a belief here at stake and does not like these witch women. And this is Elka, who, as you say, is one of the most famous of them. So she, how does she do this? Does she insist on going in first, or does she go in last? Vina probably wants to walk in and is really excited about this. Is that right?
Um, uh, so yeah, I actually wanted to just reconfirm a little bit about um our mission in this situation, like because if we basically have to bring back her book um on the magic of the North that could help us, well, could help Ningobel um return the statuette back to like or extract the princeling from the statuette. Am I correct there? Or
Well,
um
I also think we owe a book to that magic
Shop.
bookstore owner who has us all charmed into thinking that he's our friend.
yeah, that's right. That's right. So wait a second. I'm kind of fuzzy on the storyline. So Elka might know something about the feline powers, right?
Right, and she wrote the book on this.
She wrote the book on this.
So she might actually be able to help us get the boy free.
Okay.
But and she might also be able to help us against the cat god. It's also possible though that she's in alliance with the cat god, and it's going to be a hostile force. We're not really sure, and certainly Freda doesn't trust her. Um, Meanwhile, we're supposed to get her book, bring her book back to give to the guy who claims to be our friend. So I think we're trying to extract a book from her.
Do you think it would make sense to just ask for it and or like because lift like that's definitely safer than trying to steal it from her.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree. I think we should each actually, I would like to have a conversation about what each of us in character wants. As
Yeah.
I think we've worked out as a party, what we probably ought to be doing is asking her help to get the boy free and or asking for this book and what we can do in return to bring this book back. As individuals, though, I'm not sure any of us are that well organized. What is it, Nico, that you want from as a in character?
I want to keep watch of the situation. I'm not like a magical person, although I do want to learn more. So I'm kind of like keeping an eye on, traps. I mean, I was being trapped by people or whatever. I'm not trying to take the lead
Okay.
in here.
All right. And Vina, what is it that you want from Elka in character?
Her second belief, Vina's second belief, is all about securing the mission and gaining, like, the power, gaining wealth, right? And
Right.
her first belief is about magical knowledge. And both of those things are in play, but sort of vying for control in this situation. However, I feel that I have all the answers that I need about my magical abilities with this book and my patron
Right.
back home in Lankhmar. So here, I think my main plan is to free the gain wisdom from just. I think we have to just basically ask, like, do what we can. We have to negotiate for it. We have
I
to.
think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
and
to
I think
negotiate for it.
Fredo really wants this princeling to be freed, and she wants to be responsible for freeing him because she wants to impress him. She has sort of weird little dreams about that guy. That she wants that. She's torn between that and her animosity toward the witch women of the north, but she doesn't know if Elka is personally responsible for the damage done to her Stormer Wolfkin, her ancestor. So she's going to go in cautious, but not negative. Okay, so I know where I am. Great.
I also forgot we have Alcarina with us. Like, she might be with us, and this is her. This is her sister's fiance, potential fiance.
It is indeed. It is her sister's Pinto fiance, and thank you for reminding us that Alcarina is with us. I've forgotten about her too.
So
Okay.
so that's always happens with NPC tag-alongs.
Yeah.
So I think definitely she is wanting to do this as well.
Yeah.
To help to negotiate. So who's going to lead with this, though? Because
Well, let's get a description of this place, and we'll find out what kind of.
yeah, okay, cool, go for it.
I love this picture you've given us, Peter. Is Elka? What's Elka doing when we step in? I think Freda is cautiously opening the door and looking in. Is there a little tinkling of a doorbell or anything like that as you open the door? Or what's it like?
Probably not. It's probably got a like open sign hanging, a wooden open sign hanging in there. And Elka is most likely writing something.
Okay. All right.
She is a woman in her mid-40s, still beautiful though, but obviously a little bit older. And she has an amazing looking shop. It's way more refined and subtle than the magic shop you guys were in, than the magic book shop you guys were in. And this has a little bit of everything. It has books, it has potions, it has a little bit of everything.
So the other one in comparison was garish and filled with gewgaws, and it was like a Times Square electronics store. And this
The other one had tons and tons of books. It obviously was a magic bookshop, and not just a magic shop.
I see. But this
It was a
one,
library more. Yeah.
this one feels more classy. Is that the difference between the two of them, or just more spare because it doesn't have as much stuff?
Does it
I
feel-
would say, good
Does it feel
question.
like I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just different purposes. This is more of a magic shop than a bookshop.
Oh, okay. Got it. Thank you.
Does it feel like there's more like real power here?
I would say you would have to use like aura or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's fine.
All right. So we've got this little box and that has the that I
Statuette.
believe has this. It has the statuette in it, but I believe it has the prince. And says, and Frida holds the prince up or the box up as we and whispers to him, "We'll have you out soon, my little princeling. Out soon. Don't worry." And can
And
she hear the princeling or whatever it is inside the box rattling around or moving around when she talks to it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So uh great sorceress, uh we seek your aid for a little prince has been imprisoned, or if not a prince, something else in this box.
All right. She looks
we've
at
been,
it.
I say we've been we've been advised by Ningobel, a powerful sorcerer from the city of Lankmar, to seek you out for wisdom.
She says, "This is definitely demon cat magic. Um, two who adventure went north some time ago and disturbed things that should not have been disturbed. And this demon cat was awoken and it has nefarious plans. And I seek balance, not disruption. You must take this demon cat statue to the north, where two who adventure had gone before, and there you will be able to unravel its fate."
How so? We have no power with sorcery or the world of magic, except for I can see into the mystic realm and
She
discern
said,
its
don't
gossamer veils.
underestimate yourself. You do have one who is opposed to the cat with you."
Ooh. Okay. I try not to look like I heard that.
Okay. She will also
Well, Venus says, "You mean?" No, just kidding. You mean this guy?
she's gonna say that if you bring this contraption back to the origin where it was created, it will unravel itself.
Hmm.
But she also adds that the cat is watching you now.
So
I'm gonna take note of that.
All right.
I kind of like take a deep step back and kind of my eyes roll up and then roll back down, and I invoke my third eye to see what she means by that. But yeah, I don't need
She'll
to roll.
tell you, she says, one of you has a ball of seeing and the cat is watching you through it.
Hmm.
How it we that was snatched randomly from wherever we were. How would they know?
I'm
She
going
says, I also, if you go there, I also will pay you. They stole my book on cat magic, and I would like it back.
We've heard much about your book of cat magic, and no one in Lankmar who would value a copy of it.
I'll bet.
So if we bring your book back to you, what reward might we receive from you?
Hmm. She said, I will give you a magic sword.
Whoa.
Then we will bring the book to you, and not to that fool down in Lankmar who thought to take it who thought to win it from us with nothing but empty promises.
That would be great.
Um, I'm gonna take. I'm still holding the eyeball, right? The marble. I'm gonna take it out of my pocket and give it to Elka.
All right, she says, yes. I see the cat in there. He's watching you.
Might we watch it through the ball as well and turn its
You
weapon
could.
upon it?
You could, but I could hold it here for you and keep it under cover so we can no longer watch you and return it to you when you're back.
If we decide to even take it with us.
That seems it seems wise to leave the ball with her. What say you, Nico?
Yeah, I'm definitely great with that. It's been making me feel kind of crazy. Um, just sort of just a little obsessed with it. And I'm kind of like looking for someone to trust, and this is like a very strong woman, so I'm kind of,
Yeah.
sort of like letting her kind of help us. And I think maybe against Nico's usual, boundaries and stuff. So yeah, but yeah, just fine. Yeah, I mean, I don't want this thing anymore.
All right,
And I think
she
also
hands you guys a map that was given her by two who adventure of where they went in the north. She said, follow this, that is where they went, and that is where you will find the cat. But be careful, the cat has a trap waiting for you.
Mm.
I also considering what happened with me in the book and the paranoia and stuff like that, I pull out the tome, um, sibilant summonings, and I say, my lady, mistress, this was given to me by a book dealer in Lankhmar, promising to show me the secrets of my magical heritage. I am a Quarmalian. Do you think that it has driven me mad these last few nights on the sea voyage from Lankhmar? Um, is there anything to be learned from this?
All right, she takes the book, she looks at it and looks at it and looks at it and looks at it. And then she sits down. You can tell she's beginning to read it page
Oh,
by page by page.
oh no. Oh no. Oh no, what's happening to you? Mistress, hello.
She
Yeah.
doesn't seem to pay attention to any of you guys. She's reading the book.
Did
I,
did
s-
did did
I
Frida
snatch
and
it from her.
myself? Okay, yeah, go for it.
I snatch it from her.
All right, we're gonna need a strength test here.
Mm.
Cool.
So
That's really weird, man. Wow. I did not expect that. I thought she'd be like more. Wow, that's really good.
Vina, this is what you were like with that little book.
I see that now. Thank God I have friends.
All right, you're gonna have to. It's gonna be obtuse. Let me put that in there. You're gonna have to yank it from her.
Ah, hold on. My character sheet. I think it's my mouse. I can't access my stats. They're like folded and like they're kind of minimized.
Oh, maybe you can
And
double click in the something or other to bring it back forward.
yeah, one sec. There, got it. Okay. Oh no, it's still closed. Ah, is there a dice roller somewhere like on the side?
Why don't you just close and reopen the Foundry?
Okay.
Open up your character sheet,
Yeah.
and then
And
if you
then
scroll down, there should be for your stats.
yeah. So if I yeah, let me.
Oh, did you
I
have
have
the
it. I see
stats?
the
Why don't I
stats
see
thing,
them? So weird.
and I can't.
There we
Oh,
go.
oh, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Cool. Obstacle 2 power difficult test. Nice.
I'm glad we got Foundry working. It's so
No, it's
beautiful.
nice. It's real nice.
Yeah.
You fail.
Oh,
He continues to read the book.
she
Oh,
kind of like like she kind of shoves
He
me, like
snatches the
turns
back
her
out.
back and knocks me out of the way. What's going
Yeah,
on
she
here,
leans
guys?
back, bites you with it, and sits back in her chair so you can't reach it so she can keep reading it.
wow.
Wow.
Anyone
That's
else want to
insane.
try?
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, kind of. Yeah, go ahead, Eric. I don't mean to interrupt. Go
No,
ahead.
I think no, I think I would probably like grab your arm and sort of like pull you to you know for the two of us to take a second shot at prying the book from her hands because it seems obvious that um it's it's taking her over.
I think
Yeah.
Vina already failed, so you can't really help her now. But
Right.
No, I mean like us try me and Frida.
yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so
Click on help if you want to help.
all right, and so
I'm gonna re-roll her strength because this is a new check.
sounds good. You
And
might give
she's got ooh.
And this is power, right?
that power, yeah.
I can imagine you got higher power than me.
I do.
Wow, look at that.
What's the success?
She
What's the
wants
success?
this fucking book. You're gonna have to beat a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strength test.
Was
What?
she rolling did she spend some fate on that?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah. Nice. Nice job. All right. So here we go.
I guess I can't help, eh?
Yeah, everybody can help. This is a strength, raw strength test.
So it's power against out of 5. Let me just take a look at my power. My power is a 5, and long we're doing
Frida's like putting her foot up on the counter and grabbing the underside and the upper side of the book. And it looks like she's going to use the counter as a lever to yank the book out of Elsa's hands.
We have we have to win. We have to win. We've just
I've got a backup
like,
plan in mind. Let's see if this works though.
okay.
All right, you have 2 helping dice.
All
You
right.
want
Here
to
we
put any persona in here?
We are at ob 5 with 5 dice, 7 dice altogether. Sure, I think this is important. So here I go. I'm rolling power. I'm going to accept the help. I'm going to use I used up a lot of persona on a lot of on a lot of funny things. Sure. This is odd because I walked in here suspicious of this woman, and now I'm trying to help her out. This is my chance to get revenge on these witch women, and I'm helping her out. Here we go.
yes.
Wow, good
Nice.
job. That's amazing.
Just did it. Okay. Yeah.
Oh
All
my
right,
God, it was
when
so
you-
cool. Did you see? I did not get the challenging test recorded until you rolled the test, and then the challenging test turned black on my
Yeah,
stat.
that's cool, right?
And I just got a
That's
difficult
awesome.
test in power, which is nice. So,
So Frida put her foot on the desk and grabbed the book with 2 hands, pushed her foot off the floor and off the desk, and you guys were pulling on Frida's arms, and she yanked the book, rolled across the shop, and stood up with it. When you did that, Elka issued a loud gasp.
Mistress,
said, Be
mistress,
careful of that book.
mistress. I apologize profusely. I am so sorry for this, like extremely. Um, this, this book is definitely cursed. If I was under its spell for almost a whole fortnight, not realizing what was happening to me.
She said the book is a trap.
Everywhere we go, we are being trapped by magic.
I'll say.
My
Mm.
ancestor, Stormer Wolfkin, was entranced by a witch woman of the north here. Know you of that story?
She would.
Yeah.
She would.
One day I will find the witch woman responsible and pay her back for the wound she did my people.
I wish you luck. You never can, be too careful with the scorned witch women.
So Elka is she like a different sort of like a different form of magician than
No,
the
she is a witch woman of the north, but
Maybe
they're
she's a real
temperamental.
one.
They're
right, yeah.
temperamental.
And they're
They'll
all,
fizz her up.
I'm realizing now they're all individuals and they've each got their own passions.
Yeah.
But she hands you the map that Two Who Adventure made.
Okay.
And it's signed too. It says, the path is up there and it's signed by Fafford and the Grey Mouser.
Nice, I knew it.
It is. All right. And I think I've learned something important about the witch women. They aren't a cabal, but they are individuals. And that this one can be our ally, even though one of the others is my enemy. So all
Right.
right.
That's amazing. So we give thanks and we take the
She
map
takes
and
that eye, by the way, that glass.
Yeah.
She wraps it in a cloth, a silk, a beautiful cloth, and then she puts it in a jar and seals a lid on the jar.
Good.
Great.
She says the cat is no longer watching you.
Mm.
Phew.
Do your deed quickly.
We
Amazing.
will. All right. So we are now I think going to go to she said leave it quickly. Is that right? Is she
Yeah.
suggesting that we leave town quickly or simply leave her shop quickly?
I'm
Mm.
sorry, I missed that.
Was she suggesting that we leave town quickly or just leave her shop quickly?
No, she was suggesting that you do that mission ASAP.
We're doing
All
it.
right, let's go.
All right. So we're
Should we
gonna
get some supplies, like get some warm clothing and all that stuff, or we're good?
Oh, you could do that if you want to, sure.
We already
I mean,
did that.
is
We
it
went
needed, though?
shopping in Lankhmar. Yeah, for a northern expedition. So maybe.
yeah, we're equipped for a northern expedition. The only question is whether we so we're equipped for northern expedition. Do we need sled dogs? So we're taking a look at this map and maybe asking we're taking a look at the map and we're trying to figure out, do we need, given the weather and the time of year, do we need sled dogs or anything special like that? Or are we just going to set off the way that we are?
Right.
If you did get sled dogs and stuff like that, you'd get there way faster.
Okay, sounds good.
So it seems like it's going to be a trip. This is going to be like it's not just like we walk to the cave and it's like it's a hike, right? I mean, it's a
hike.
good.
It's an expedition.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
probably if you use sled dogs and you had all that equipment, you could probably get there in a day and back in a day. But if you were walking, it might be multi days each way.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think we're good for that.
Should we test resources to
Yeah.
hire a sled train?
Yeah.
Although we have a person here who's funding the expedition, so
Oh yeah.
she's the one who purchased our way over here. So far we haven't paid for anything, and that's the only reason we've been able to afford anything, because we have very low resources.
Yeah. So Alcarina, we tell her what needs to be done, and
Yeah.
I say we need to hire a sled dog to take us to this place on this map.
What is the resources test she needs to make to get that?
Well, we're not buying sled dogs permanently. We're just getting a team of sled dogs and a sled that we're going to use for a couple of days. So I don't know what the resources test would that be.
Yeah, I'm checking. Ob 2 for mule.
I'm thinking it's probably gonna be like OB4 to get everything that you need.
Yeah, because it's a party. A party. Yeah, that makes sense.
And
Oh,
I
so
think
here,
she
a
has-
large baggage wagon, a small barge, or a sturdy. Op 4 is a run-of-the-mill long, no, a large baggage wagon, a small barge, or a sturdy 18-man longboat. Op 4.
Okay, so
So
That's
maybe,
that's
OB4? Hmm.
maybe
so
it's
op 3, riding or draft horse, a small cart. So it's kind of like really broad difference.
It almost
Op
yeah,
4
that's a
sounds,
huge jump. It seems almost like
I think it's a logarithmic scale, which is
Yeah.
why it jumps so much. So it's probably like OB3, unless you
Yeah.
want OB4, Peter.
Yeah, I'll say OB3 then.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
she's got OB5. Are you guys gonna help her?
I would love to help. Sure, with my low resources.
you can help with resources.
Yep. Yep. And
And
helpers.
here's the thing, you suffer in the consequences, so you could get taxed if
All
she
right.
fails the roll.
Right, exactly. So, but this is also a chance to get a test on resources, which is useful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and help with my resources.
Yeah, me too.
Because I'm from a northerner, and so I have some connection here. That's what fictionally I know what a good sled dog team looks like. And when they try to rip us off by giving us a bunch of sick dogs, I'm like, no, that's not good dogs.
Her
So,
name is Atessa Vinco, right? Is that?
that
No,
that is
that's
yeah.
that's Tim's character. Her name is Alcarina, but we can use the
Oh.
same character sheet if you want.
I'm gonna create an actor for her. How do you spell that?
Alcarina, so Alcherina.
And I'm looking for my circles so I can help. Not circles, but resources.
Let me come up with a photo for her.
Okay.
Eastern. Okay.
Let's see. Open image in new tab. Where is it? All right, now I got to, where am I putting that? I'll just put it in the downloads.
Well, you do that. I'm gonna go.
Now I got to go through the rigmarole of copying it over to. I got to copy it up to the web server. Oh, what? Downloads. Why am I not seeing it there? Okay. Now I want a secure copy.
2000 party over lift half 10.
Wait a second, I'm gonna use the restroom while we're waiting.
Yeah. Did I hit caps lock or something? No. What?
I'm gonna help too.
Something's crazy. Why isn't that working? Ah, no wonder why.
You rolled so many dice
Oh,
for that.
right. Gotta spell the username right. That would help. Spell the username wrong, and you will never be able to log in properly.
How are we coming?
Almost done.
Nope. Switch over to Zoom and see what the progress looks like.
Um, this game, Baldur's Gate 3, the new RPG thing,
Yeah.
it's incredible. It's
Oh, really?
like it's exactly like playing like all the game mechanics of 5th edition D&D is all in there.
Oh, wow. Wow. I've heard that it was yeah, that they've done a good job of it's interesting because I think the original Baldur's Gate did all the mechanics of 2nd edition, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I never played them. I just got into like I played a little bit, but I was talking to I was playing the first scenario where you're inside an Illithid ship
Uh-huh.
and it gets attacked by Githyanki on red dragons and you have to kind of escape. And you
Wow.
have a little Illithid pseudopod in your that went up through your nose and it's like a ticking time bomb. So you can turn into an Illithid. I was
Oh,
playing a dragonborn sorcerer, and like when I got into a combat situation, like it's like it opens everything pauses. Like you roll initiative, and then on your initiative, everything pauses. Like when it's your turn, and you get a menu of all the spells you can cast in bonus action, all the spells you can cast in regular action,
wow.
and then your move. So it's just like D&D. It's crazy.
Wow.
All right, guys, I'm gonna make this resource roll.
All right.
You got help? Did you get help from everybody or just help from who
Whoever
offered
wants to help. Whoever wants to help.
I
I
can't.
have
I'm broke.
Rita and Bina.
You can help even with resources 0.
Oh, you can.
No, you can't.
Oh, you can't.
No, not unless you have a cash die.
Oh, okay. In that case, I think I clicked on help, but maybe I can't help.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you have resources 0, you cannot help unless you have a cash die.
Okay, let me check and see whether
You did have cash die from uh taking it off of that thief at the
That's true.
You want to risk your cash die?
Sure, I will risk my cash back.
Okay. Here we go. She is going to roll. She is accepting help. Oh my God.
yeah.
She failed, but I think she'll roll a fake because she does not want to have this failure.
No, I don't think she does. Oh my God, look at all those fails.
That's a lot of dice you just flubbed up, Peter.
I know. Cut your losses. What is cut your losses? Oh, I guess no matter what, she's gonna get the full tax.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's taxed now, gentlemen. You guys did not get. I think what happened is you guys got cheated.
Yeah.
You had that nefarious thing, and the merchants were out to get you.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, so we got
Sold you the tired and sick sled dogs, and you realized that they weren't going to work, and the sleds were falling apart.
yep. Yep. There
I
you go.
wonder why my but it didn't update the tax on my character sheet. Like it didn't even record the test like as a routine.
Well, could you fail?
Yeah, so
Oh.
you only get a test on resources on a success.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I've just lost my cash die, so that's fine.
Oh, I lost it too.
There you
Neat.
go.
Okay, there you go. Oh no, I didn't. It's still there. Right.
Well, maybe you need to delete it. I actually didn't ever have mine recorded on this sheet, but I'm just not going to move it over now.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So that's kind of interesting now. Like we're destitute and poor. We've just been swindled by somebody,
And we're
and we're
tripping.
in this cold northern town.
Yeah. Well, actually, I would say that we're half a day's journey north of the town when the sled craps out and the dogs are coughing and we realize we've been swindled.
Nice.
And now here we are. It's getting dark, and it's time to camp, and we're in a tight situation. Does that sound reasonable to
Nice.
you?
I love that.
So I do have the skill of foraging. That's not. I'm not sure if that's exactly the right skill for making camp in the north, but it seems like it's adjacent to it if it's not the right skill.
Well, it is going to get us food.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do that.
All right. Well, so
It's gonna be easy to forage here because you're right on the water and you can fish.
Oh, okay. Great. Great. All right. Do you want to set an obstacle for me for foraging, or are we just going to say it works? I'm able to get us. I'm two. Okay. Well, I don't have great foraging, but here we go. I think I have a 2-level foraging. So 2 on 2 is probably a difficult test or something like that. Foraging 2. Can you set the obstacle to 2? It's right now set to 3.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Okay. So I'm going to roll this. I think I am going to spend one more persona trying to keep us alive because I feel like I've been spending all my persona. Oh, I'm down to 1 persona. That's not
Yeah,
good.
you may not want to spend that.
No, I don't think I do want to spend it. I spent all of my persona on the group. All right, here we go. Hoping for some luck here because it's going to be tricky to make this. Here we go.
Look at that. You made it.
Nice.
Wow.
All right.
But you could roll a fade. I'm gonna say if you roll a fade, not you got enough fish that you could not only feed yourselves, that you could trade the fish for a room.
Okay, sounds great. Here we go. Re-rolling with fate.
Nice.
I didn't roll a 6.
You didn't get that. Okay.
But that's fine. We have enough food to feed ourselves, so that's good. That's
Yeah.
what we'll do. All right. So
Okay. So we camp down for the night. And do we have to basically like walk the rest of the way there?
yep.
Oh my God. We have to hike up. This is where I like Torchbearer, where you can add like traits that will mess with your ability scores, you know,
Yeah.
like obstacle penalties and dice removed for being, you know. But I
How
guess
late can you
And
guys
to
game
get checks to
today?
camp.
Pardon?
How late can you guys game today?
Not
Because I think
that
if we
long.
get into if we continue to adventure, there's gonna be a combat. It's gonna be quite a bit longer.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I don't
do you
have time
guys
for that.
want to do that all today, or do you want to put it off to next week?
I can't. I got I gotta get to work.
This is a great place
I
to.
think, I think then it's a good stopping point right here.
Yeah,
I
'cause
think
we
it's
have to talk
a
beliefs
lot
and
has
all.
happened. A
Great.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, a lot done here.
Nice.
Let's
do
do
it.
Arthur now.
Yeah.
Besides, you guys will need Persona for this great battle that's coming up, man. Let me tell you.
I don't think we want to fight Fafard and the Grey Mouser, man. He's
No,
fine.
No, you definitely don't want to fight them.
But we want to rescue them, maybe.
All right, so let's do our end of session stuff. Vina, do you want to start with your reading your beliefs, and we'll talk about how they worked out?
Sure. My dreams have come true. I now devour the knowledge within sibilant summonings, the serpentine origins of Parmalian society. I will study its pages for a clue to how I may harness my magical energies.
Man,
My
I
magic.
think I think you. What's the thing where you give up on a belief or you turn it inside out?
Yeah, totally. That one
I'm
I'm
going to
going to
give you
choose.
a fate and a persona because you figured out that this book is a trap.
Okay, so that's a mold breaker. Is that
That's a
right?
mold breaker persona point, maybe.
Is that what it's called when you change your a belief and realize it's the wrong belief? I think
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
I don't know if this is. I think her original belief about gaining magic is still there. I think it's just this sub step of the belief.
I understand.
You
yeah.
know,
And also, Chuck, it wasn't like that much time spent,
I agree.
it was,
I agree. Yeah, no, it's not that you've decided that you're not interested in magic. It's that you've that this book is not the right path. That makes sense. So it's not a mold breaker, but I've marked it as fate and persona. Great. What's our second one?
my
persona.
freedom from I will gain independence and power by seeking out the witch woman Elka and gaining from her the means to free the princeling trapped in the statuette.
Fate and a persona.
Jeez. That's super generous. Finally, we have a bounty on our heads. I will root out any agents of Anjay the Crooked from the Thieves Guild in Clail Gnar and keep my sister safe from harm.
Yeah, I don't think you got a chance to pursue that yet. Maybe when you come back.
I no, but I think that I role played. That was what I was role playing. That first weird scene with me, like,
Oh, I thought you were just giving you a persona point. Sorry,
a fate.
Fate. Yeah,
point for
okay.
paranoid.
Fair enough.
Yeah, yeah.
I was-
Actually,
yeah,
let's
you were-
just give it. I'd prefer it for paranoid because I haven't even used it yet. So paranoid.
Yeah, sounds great.
So using a trait to bring the story into a weird direction, paranoid.
Yeah.
I could get a fate for that. That instead
Okay,
of
sure.
third belief.
that.
Yeah. And that's it. I don't think my instincts came into play.
Okay.
Dudes, I'm swimming in Artha. I have 7 fate and 5 persona.
You guys may need it for the big battle.
I spent almost all my persona this time on on stuff for the group. I am the here's my belief one. I'm the match of many man, and I'll prove it when to these cast off second sons and minor nobles. I kind of actually avoided that a little bit because I decided not to fight that group of guys, but to talk you out of trying to fight them.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that worked out to, Peter. I didn't think that those people were worth our time in fighting. Is that worth a fate, or did I avoid the belief?
Let me see.
So I'd said I was going to.
I'll say it's a fate. Sure.
Okay, a fate sounds good. I carry the blood of Stormer Wolfkin in my veins. I will revenge his memory upon the vile witch women of the north. Here again, I changed paths a little bit and decided not to treat her as an enemy. But when I greeted her, she treated me as a friend, and so I treated her as a friend, and I actually helped her get free from that book. So I don't know. Is that? It feels a little bit like the situation that Vina ran into with the book. I went in thinking I was going to fight this woman and wound up actually helping her.
Yeah, I think we could say that was progress on that belief. So I'll say faith in the persona. I'm being
Great.
generous, We gotta, you know how hard it is to
It is.
craft the wording of beliefs.
And though I'm far from the prettiest women in our group, I will turn the head of the princeling when I rescue him. I at least talked to the box this time on that one. Should I put down a fate for that, or is it not important? Maybe it's not important.
Yeah, no, not yet.
So never trust a friendly man didn't come up. Draw my sword. I didn't draw my sword at the first sign of danger, but avoided it, and didn't dive in when storms were starting to gather. I was not boasting. I was not an iron stomach, mark of privilege, affinity for rope, cold-blooded. I didn't do any of those things. I was actually fairly rational this round. Nico, what do you got?
Let's see. I knew the world contains all manner of mysteries, powers, and terrors, but I have found myself in the center of them unwittingly, swimming like a rat in the belly of a sinking ship. I will get Venus guidance in expanding my senses, so I'm blind to these traps no longer. I didn't do that, but the learning about the eye, and that the eye was watching us, and that it was a trap.
Mhm.
I think and giving it away, giving the marble back,
Yeah.
was a
Yeah,
step
I would
in
award
getting mastery over that fear.
I would definitely earn a fate and a persona over that because it is a critical thing in the story that you guys got rid of that.
Yeah, and I had stolen it, so I had really felt like possessive of it, because like I got it, and like this thing is mine, and giving it up was, a difficult thing, for me to do. So, persona also, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. It's a critical part of the story.
All right, cool. Contracts always have loopholes, and I have learned to slip through many of them, but I no longer want to worry about my quarry and my employer. Alcarina does not have what it takes, blah blah blah. I will exploit what she does have to offer until I can look further. I passively did that, with her paying for stuff, but I think with this, with Elka, I think I was moving towards the looking further part, like kind of seeing like, oh, like I feel like I can trust this person, because they've, just I got like a better feeling of trust for that. So I think maybe, and that was a little bit why it made it easier for me to give her the marble back, and then want to help her, like, tear the book from her hands. So
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
you could get a fate for that for sure.
yeah. Okay, cool. And then a cat's greatest weakness is his belief in his strength. I wait patiently, studying, watching for the thread I can pull to unravel this hubris to make him fall to look like a fool. I will stalk this stalker. I think giving up the bauble was a
Mm.
step in being like, you can't, you're not stalking me anymore.
Yeah.
No, I love it. Yeah.
Like you can't see me now.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah,
So
so
faith.
yeah,
that'd be a fate.
yeah. All right. Cool. I don't think my instincts really did anything, got us into trouble. I didn't stick my nose into anything. I was trying to I was trying to keep that in check this time. Um, and I don't think my traits really did too much. Well, I mean, callous. I really hammered down on Vina when she was freaking out.
Yeah.
And I
Mm.
did do it compassionately. Um,
No,
I
you intimidated me. I mean, that's callous.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, and because up until then we had been bonding and been more warm
Yeah.
with
It actually
sport.
prevented you guys from getting into trouble though.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it was good role play, and we should remember it for embodiment when we get to that. But it didn't get us in trouble, so it doesn't get a fate.
Okay, yeah, yeah. And I don't think any of my other stuff did. Cowardly, I didn't run from. Nope, nope. I think I'm all set.
All right. So
Cool.
under role play awards, Do we want to nominate anybody for embodiment this time?
Mm, um,
Was anybody really in the clutch or in their spot?
I think this was like a light scenario.
Fairly light
Like a,
one. Yeah.
yeah,
All right. And what about for MVP or for workhorse?
same. Like,
I don't know. I think for MVP, it should be Frida. If she wouldn't have got that book away from the sorceress, that would have
oh
been-
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good point. Actually, totally forgot about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was almost going to make a bid for being the workhorse rather than the MVP because I felt like I was in the background. I kept having to make all the rolls to get us out of trouble.
Right.
But I'm happy for MVP also. That'd be great. That's very kind of
Yeah,
you guys.
cool.
I need the persona since I spent all my personas. So.
Yeah. Yep.
No, that was an amazing rule and necessary.
Oh, that's right. It was hard to get that book away. I remember that.
It was very hard. It was an ob 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, we almost got
No,
ourselves into a lot of trouble by giving it to her. And at the same time, though, we actually got something really valuable because we found out just how dangerous that book is. Does this mean in retrospect that you learned nothing during your
Yes.
voyage here?
That's
Because
right.
that book was full of
It was all
just out of
like-
curiosity, when Elka came out of that trance, I'm curious what she would have said if we'd asked her what she learned from it. That the book had told her about things she wanted to know, and not at all about Quarmal, but about some other topic. But I
She'll
don't know.
say she was in a daze and didn't learn anything.
Didn't learn anything. Okay, yeah. So there you are. Interesting.
So, what an asshole thief, books merchant. I'm gonna write a belief to kill him.
That's
Ooh.
fine. He
Revenge.
definitely gave you an evil thing. He gave
I'm
you
gonna
an evil.
fucking kill him when we get back to Lankhmar.
All right. Sounds like a good basis for a good belief. All
Yeah.
right. This was a lot of fun. And let's try
Good.
to do it next weekend.
Yeah, and good to end it a little bit early to so that you can prepare for like what's going on. Next time it'll be hard. So
Next week should be the final battle in this
great.
scenario. And after that, we'll need to do all the maintenance stuff. Trade,
Okay.
vote, all of that
Good.
stuff.
Can't wait.
I'm so looking forward to trade vote. So this was
Yeah,
our sixth
reputation.
session, maybe? Was it?
What's that?
Was this our sixth session?
It looks like
Yeah.
it is session 6. Yeah.
Six
Yeah,
or
beautiful.
seven? Let me
No, it might
look.
have been. Yeah, let me check. North
So-
to Cloud. Yeah, this is section 6 according to my records.
Good job on pacing, Peter. This is a great pace, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That-
been amazing. And
Not-
I think
not easy to do.
culmination next week should be incredible. And then, yeah, we can look forward to maybe doing. I think we should now focus either on Vina or Frida. Well, maybe Vina, we can focus on Cornwall. Did you want to go back to Cornwall and?
I want to play in Lankhmar more. Like I was a little I was a little surprised that we left Lankhmar so fast. Like the story led us there. So like I want to flesh out our position. Like I want to do the whole Lankhmar Thieves Guild stuff and build up towards our personal quests.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
sounds
But
good.
we'll see where my beliefs lead me. That's the other side of it. There's two sides to the coin right here. All
Sounds
right,
good.
Perfect.
guys.
Thanks,
All right,
guys.
take care.
I had a blast.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Take care, guys.
Good stuff.